have, and so far he has cast more than 50 votes, mostly supporting the conservative agenda that he campaigned on. But what differences will local residents notice the most now that there's a new man representing the area in Congress? My partner Joe Gazin has been in Washington for the past couple of days. If you've been wondering where he is, that's where he is. He joins us live from the nation's capital. Hey Joe, how's it going out there?
Katya, it's going great, and yes, there will be some clear differences in the way Congressman Farenthold runs things compared to his predecessor, and we'll get more into that and have more detail on that in a special report that we'll put together for you in the coming days. But as you can see, the congressman joined me here, and we are literally coming to you from the rooftop of a building overlooking the U.S. Capitol building. This is happens to be the roof of the CNN building here in Washington. And you made it just a couple of moments ago because you were involved in what really was marathon voting over in that building.
And it's not over yet. They're saying another vote around midnight tonight. So we're continuing to vote to cut government spending.
Well, as a matter of fact, you're talking about a continuing resolution to keep the government operating through the course of this year.
Right, but what we're doing now is going through a series of over 300 amendments that various members of Congress have offered to shuffle money around and cut. The way the rules are, you can't add money, but you can cut.
Now, you and I talked earlier. We had an extended interview, and we were talking about the reason that the voters in South Texas sent you here, why they chose to make a change. Give me the short version of how you answered that.
The short version is I think the voters wanted somebody that would listen to them, somebody that would come up here and be an advocate for Corpus Christi, and somebody who would work on turning the economy around, getting people back to work.
And you think you've accomplished that so far?
Oh, I'm working on it. I'm working on it every day.
First impressions of Washington and Congress?
You know, it's a lot of work. I haven't worked this hard since I started my own company, but I'm having the time of my life. If you're conscientious about this job, there's a lot of reading, a lot of research.
And a lot of walking and travel. And we've got some video kind of showing that, because when you make these votes, you have to travel underground, and part of that trip involves an underground train, right?
Right. There's a subway from the Rayburn building over to the Capitol. And you were following me around. You noticed that I have 5 and 10 minutes between meetings to talk to people. People say, oh, I'm going to come to Washington and visit. Go, no, wait till I'm back in Corpus. You'll get a whole lot more of my attention.
Now, we were talking earlier about Congressman Ortiz. There is a rule in place that says that he cannot contact you for a year.
Right, it's to prevent lobbying.
When we were talking about that, I sensed you got a little choked up because you kind of said that you wanted to be able to communicate with him just to see what happened and how it was done here.
Mr. Ortiz and I had a lot of political differences, but we both love South Texas, and I think he could have been a valuable resource, and I think we could have had a better continuity and transition. We didn't get any files from him. If people had casework at the office, we didn't get them.
Favorite perk here in Washington so far for a congressman?
I don't know, having a staff of 5 to book my own travel, but I do it myself anyway. I'm trying to get used to having a staff at my beck and call.
But free haircuts, free stuff.
I really haven't taken advantage of it. The only thing I get are free nasty sandwiches at meetings.
All right, Congressman, thank you so much, and it was I know a trial for you to get here as quickly as you did. I appreciate that. Thanks so much, Blake Farenthold. And for now, Katya, we've got that special report coming up next week. But for now, back to you in the studio, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
And Joe, I'm guessing you didn't bring the congressman a kolache, because that's really what he may be missing up there.
I'm talking about the kolaches. He told me he hasn't found them yet, but is in the process of looking. I'll keep you posted.
As he said, nasty sandwiches.